What do you think is happening in Washington in 2015 concerning recognition of the profession?
Well, we have three critical issues that we continue to stay most involved with: TRICARE, VA, Veterans Affairs, and Medicare recognition for the profession. With respect to TRICARE, in late summer 2014, we have a new final rule out regarding LMHC participation, and it's a very strong rule, we think, and it's a final rule, so it's at this point settled, and what we're hearing from our members is generally quite strong. They are able to come in under the new rule. Many of them, many younger practitioners, or I should say newer practitioners, are coming in. With respect to the folks that have been in the program already for some time, they can continue to practice under the old provider standards, or they can come in and participate as fully independent practitioners under the new standards. So there's a lot of flexibility in the program for current as well as incoming practitioners into the program. With respect to VA, VA is a very difficult agency for us to work with. It's very it's a slow-moving agency, and it is a skeptical agency in terms of change, particularly as they adapt to and embrace a newer profession like mental health counselors. So we're working with them right now on two fronts. One is a legislative front to try and drive more training programs for our students in the VA, more placements in the VA, and we're also working on a small demonstration program in the VA right now. We're looking to get piloted. There are 3 sites that VA has recently agreed to provide 3 sites for us to do training for LMHCs, and we're very excited about that. It's just too small. We need to drive up the numbers, and that's why we're going the congressional legislative route to drive up the numbers on the VA. But we see all of our work with VA as just simply long-term advocates. There's a tremendous educational need, both in the local agency levels of the VA as well as at the federal, at the national level of the VA, and that's going to go on for, I think, a long time until the profession is better known within the agency. With respect to Medicare, that is our heaviest lift. It's where we have the most work to do. We need more participation from the profession in gaining recognition, more participation in the legislative process, more advocacy, more numbers. That's the way Medicare advocacy works. It's a huge program, hundreds of millions of stakeholders, whether they're providers or payors. Medicare is a huge political and policy program that it really takes the full and concerted effort of all the licensed mental health counselors from around the country. So we're going to work on that. We think that the politics of Medicare have changed. For about the last 4 or 5 years, Congress, with respect to health policy, has been stuck in a rut on the Obamacare program, and they couldn't move anything in the healthcare area as they locked horns with the White House over repeal or not of the ACA. I think many people think that we're returning to a little bit more of a normalized healthcare legislative environment. So we think that we'll be able to go back in and do these small incremental changes in Medicare that were foreclosed during this long political standoff that we've experienced on Medicare. So we think we're going to have some new opportunities to do some small things on Medicare. Obviously, it's our job to make that happen. We need to make that happen with more membership participation. So those are the key things going on right now in 2015 that